Hi guys, welcome to Real Talk with Nikki, and today on the show we have a very interesting guest. So, karibuni, and we're also live on TikTok for those who are joining us. Hi, welcome to our show today. It's the first live we are doing, so thank you for those who are joining us, and continue to like and follow us on Naiwave. Sawa. So, tell mgeni wetu ajiintroduce.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It is an honor to be here. I appreciate the time that you've taken to invite me.
Yeah.
Kwa majina, for those who want to know, on TikTok, a lot of people know me as Minister Njue Victor, but my real names are Victor Njagi Njue. I have many names. MKP, Masai Kikuyu Prince, Chairman, and for this topic specifically, people used to call me Kanyari, and I'll tell you why later on.
Yeah, that's where I was going with the name Kanyari.
Yes, so that's one of the nicknames I have. So thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming to our show. So can you tell us a bit of what have you been doing lately, like your occupation, so that we can get into this discussion? Today we are going to be talking about his life story, and I'm really hoping to learn from it, and I'm hoping you guys are going to learn from it. So what are you currently doing?
All right, so where do we begin? My name is Victor. I am currently a minister. Previously, I was a producer, and I was also a director. And now I'm just full-time ministry.
How did you jump from director, producer to a minister?
God. Sisi ni wale wa kusema ni God.
Ni Mungu, like your spirituality, when whenever any time you have an issue, you go to God. Certain is a vibe.
Wow. So maybe I should begin where it all started, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So my upbringing, I was raised in a family where both parents are pastors. Of course, being raised in a family where both parents are pastors, unajua vile wanasemanga kuhusu PKs.
Hey, pastors' kids, trust me, I have been friends with one.
How's the experience?
Those people party and their behaviors, they don't even behave like their pastors' kids.
Yeah.
Ni venye mmerezewa like a strict upbringing and you like feel like the freedom with your friends, ama.
Yeah, so I want to agree on that. On that fact, that's very true. Because me, kusema ukweli, there was a lot of restrictions. Actually, when you see my age mates going out, tulikuwa tunafungiwa inside the gate, inside the compound. Don't go outside! You know? So, yeah, so it was quite something. Now, that's where it all began. I became rebellious during those times, during my teen times, between 15 to 17, where I would sneak out. And of course, you know, you want to fit in at that age. You know, that's the age where people now experiment. They want to try new things. So I found myself outside with friends, classmates. And that's where now we began the habit of, what can I say? That's when I first started smoking. But then I started with shisha. It started with shisha. You know, shisha looks very harmless. Go up on a pot. You know, it's like, yeah, I've done something cool. And you feel fulfilled. And you sneak back home. You know, the Bible says. So it was.
So you are living kind of a double life. Like when you're home, you're the innocent pastor's kid.
Yeah.
Ukienda huko nje, your friends know you aje.
Yeah, and which was very sad because they were snitches too. So the news was there. Rumors were there. So I was like, wow. So it started like that. Eventually, gradually, it changed. It started evolving. It started growing. Now from shisha, it went to, you know, that's the age group where every guy wants to prove that there's someone. So, of course, now that's when guys now started having girlfriends. So now that's where your boy was there. Sasa kaanza kufanya 1 2 1 2.
Sasa pia ukapata girlfriend.
Ronaldo, Messi. So, yeah.
Ulikuwa player boy.
Not girlfriend, girlfriends. So,
okay.
So it was that who wants to look better than the other? Because remember, I've had the foundation where I've been so locked up. I didn't want to look like as if
that's what I mean,
like I'm weak, and I didn't want to look as if say, why is he so dull? You understand? I wanted to be part of the cool crowd, and it worked. I became part of the cool crowd.
Cool kids.
Yeah, very much. actually the school that I went to was an IG school. So it wasn't in Kenya. So there was all that peer pressure happening. Now we moved now from shisha to bangi. And now the first time I ever smoked was bangi was when I was 13.
13 years old.
It was my best friend. Actually, alikuwa pedi at 13.
Okay.
Yeah. So we started smoking, and it led to something serious because it started even changing the way I thought. And eventually, now let's skip to the age of 17. Now that's when I encountered something serious. Boys started stealing other girls. So mine happens to be one of them. Nikakasirika. And because I was under the influence of marijuana, I remember I chased the guy with a knife. Akaruka fence. Enyewe, sometimes ni vizuri kunaona. You know you can't run sometimes. So. The guy jumped the fence because I knew if I caught him, he's finished. He's finished. I was pissed. You know, and plus you were high.
Yeah.
So you didn't really care. I didn't really care. So aliruka fence. He ran home. And as this is happening, people, hey, what's happening? So commotion happened. Kidogo, because our parents, my dad was in ministry. And I came to find out budake alikuwa high court judge.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So here is a pastor's son attempting to murder a high court judge's son. Unaelewa? And remember, this guy was my former friend. So it was a case. And my parents were summoned. I was told to stay out of the room. His parents were called in. And that time, headmaster, but we used to call him a principal, intervened because he knew both of us. And I don't know what happened in that room, but what I know is my dad came out, kaniambia utaka 2 days jela. After 2 days jela, unakuwa deported.
So you were not even in the country at the time?
I didn't grow up in Kenya.
Where did you grow up?
That one I'll keep it there because of files.
It's okay.
Yeah,
but okay, now we get the
files.
story. So, because I was be like, hey, was that ni Kenyan mgani akiwa that in a kopedi like in the country?
Yeah. What Kenyans would call now cool kid is what I was back then. So now here I am. You know, my mom, amesikia your story. You know, my dad comes this, dining table kwa zile za wezi amini huyu kijana amefanya. My mom is like, Kai. And he says, sasa lazima ingie for 2 days. And then after that he gets deported. Otherwise, ataka life.
So how old were you when you at the
17.
time? 17 years old. So you were deported from that country to Kenya at 17 years old. Ulikuwa kuja kuishi na nani?
Now that's the next chapter.
Okay.
Actually, no, it wasn't 17, but close to 17. 18. Okay. Like, so I was almost hitting 18.
Oh, you're 17 and a half.
So that's why it was, my sentencing was like considered. Others, kama ningekuwa 18, I would have been in life.
Because ungejajiwa kama adult.
Not even just that fact. Huyu ni mtoto wa high court judge. You think he's going to follow the law? That's his blood.
That is blood, and plus he has those connections judiciary.
Sahi by then anakuanga court UN.
Okay.
So you can imagine that's a very powerful man.
A very powerful person.
Yeah, that's actually the first time I encountered God's mercy in my life. So nika serve my time. Very interesting. Of course, unajua when you're the new meat somewhere, unaona ushoga. You bring that in coffee. So I was like, no. God helped me because I didn't get raped. There were men being raped in jail.
In jail. So you stayed for 2 days in jail. How was the experience for those
Quite
2 days?
interesting because where I was is there were new drugs that I got introduced to.
In
but
jail?
I never took them. But I would see people mix ARVs, dawa ya ukimwi, na bangi.
In jail?
Alafu wanaivuta. A lot of people actually know that. A lot of people outside Kenya know that. Wanajua your stuff.
So that's what people use in
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
you are sentenced.
Yeah. And it was crazy because at night you'd hear men get raped. But if there was a superhero, ungewaita Batman. So
Yeah.
so it was quite interesting because at night uko tu hapo unalala kwa floor, unasikia tu masauti ta 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 ta. You're like, oh my god.
Mnalala chini?
Yeah.
You're not given like beds? Or
Why
mattresses?
would you be given beds?
Because you're in jail, you're still a human.
Who took me to jail?
Yourself.
No. Who sentenced me to jail?
Oh, the High Court judge.
You think you'd have mercy on me?
No.
Even if wazazi wangu wangekuwa na connection.
Hapana.
Wewe ndio the law, So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, that experience really is when I first encountered God's mercy. Apple, to be honest, that was God.
Kama si Mungu vile ungesurvive.
Because if you're looking at it, mini broiler, hawa si ni vienyeji. Unaona, people who are there for murder, people who are there for rape, people who are there for the hardcore criminals are there. And then you're there with a baby face. Look at my face now, and this is me almost in my late 20s. Imagine how I was looking then, So you can imagine, wanaona,
New meat.
So when I was there, I found someone who actually covered me. I call him like an angel. He's like an angel because he was calling me like his little brother. Oh, no, don't touch this one. You heard? If you touch this one, So he was actually the one protecting me. Otherwise, I was being taught new things. I was learning as I was in my sentence. I was learning new things. There was this type of drug. I don't want to call it. I don't want to say the name. But it's where they mix ARVs with bangi. Of course, now that's when you find heroin. Yes, there's even heroin in jail. People sneak in money. Actually, it's not even in Kenya alone. Unaona Kenya vile they call you, we're Safaricom. It's those criminals. That's how they make their money.
Even in other countries, that's how criminals make their
Jail is just one system. It's one
Everywhere.
government. It's one government. Doesn't matter which country you're in, it's one government. Aya, nikamaliza 2 days. My dad didn't come for me. My mom came for me. So I remember that day my dad was like, oh, umekuja. All right. Okay. Next flight straight to Kenya. I flew back to Kenya the next day. And when I was coming to Kenya, I came now to live with a relative. And remember, according to my relatives in Kenya, huyu ni mtoto wa mdusu.
A rich kid kamekuja Kenya sasa.
They don't know what's happening. They just know this kid was learning in a British system, living a good life. So we're expecting good things from him. They don't know nimerudi na wounds. Because and mind trauma. Trauma. Mind you, I've just found my best friend sleeping with the current girl. I was like, niliwashika hivi, straight up walking. Kumbe, this is how it looks like from the other side.
It's not funny, but
no, it's funny now.
Yeah, it's funny now, but it's also so traumatizing. Like coming and finding ukigongewa like live. Si kusikia uligongewa
na si mayai
like unaingia ukapata unagongewa na si mayai. Hey, that must be so traumatizing.
No, yeah, it's quite interesting because it actually made me lose trust in women. I really didn't like women. Not Didi though, but I really didn't like women.
So unasema trust issues zako na wanawake zilianza
hapo? Yeah, like serious. I even developed a disorder called BPD, by a borderline personality disorder.
Do you think it was the girl's fault?
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, of course, the drugs, the girls, the trauma, the betrayal from friends. So all that is hitting you at that young age. And then now, the fact that you've moved to a new country, you know no one. You're like, wow. Hata Swahili was an issue, actually. So
you started learning when you got here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was quite interesting. Yeah, so, my dad was like, okay, now you have started a new life. Go do A-levels. So I went to do A-levels. But I didn't pass my A-levels. I actually got underrated. A U. In IG, we have A to U. U is the last one. Unajua U inamaanisha 0 to 30%. Because my mind was not there. I've just come with trauma. Actually, school is something I didn't want to see. No. So it was pointless to even do that A-level. Hata budangu alikuwa zile unafanya to waste pesa wewe. Because not like the school was pretty expensive. We're talking about 100 plus K and you just to do A-level. So They were not happy with that. So on top of that, more trauma. Sasa we're having arguments with my parents. In the midst of doing all this, yeah, I got even into a darker tunnel. Because sasa nimesema, you know what? No one knows me. I'm with my auntie. I don't care. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look for the next plug. And start what?
Doing whatever I was doing.
I was doing it. And this time is times 2 because no one knows me. So I'll disclose the location. Ilikuwa Roysambu. Najua Roysambu.
Roysambu, get the vibe.
Roysambu. So after I finished my A-levels and I failed, I was like, to hell with this. I took you see in IG we have Form 5, Form 6. Form 6 is A-level. Form 5 ni O-level. You can still go university with that. So I was like, why did I do this, waste an extra year? Nilitumia Form 5 yangu kuingia the next university huko Roysambu. Which university is that in Roysambu? USIU.
Yes. Yeah.
So I got enrolled in USIU, International Relations. That's where it began now. That's where it began? That's where it began. Now this is a different chapter in my life. Nimeingia USIU nafanya international relations. Lakini let me tell you something. When you start becoming addicted to drugs, it is very easy for you kupata pedi. That's instant.
When I allocate to na macho.
Nika kuna kuanga na sensors around like uni pedi. So it wasn't too long. I think 2 weeks into my enrollment I already made friends with all the pedis that are in the area.
Walikuwa jua nikikosa huyu niko na backup plan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I made friends with them to the point where I became one. So nika move from buyer nikaanza plug. So nikaanza kusell bangi, of course unajificha. You're like, but I'm still addicted and still very angry.
So unauza na bado unatumia stock yako.
Don't get high off your own supply. But I was still doing that, but making a lot of money. And as I'm doing that, it's developing into depression.
Yeah.
And remember, I still don't have trust with women. So I am with women because for some reason ukiwa USIU wanafikiria, oh, boy ni rich kid.
Definitely.
So sorry to say, but the reality is it was very easy to pick them up. Sorry to say, but it's the reality, you know. Because we live in a very materialistic world where people have become very materialistic.
Very true.
Yeah, so that's the reality and it needs to change. So it was very easy. So the ladies I'll pick up, natumia. Next day, they may change. The other day, they may change.
Hauogopi hadi kugonjeka?
I didn't care.
That's really
I didn't care. Now that's when my addiction to alcohol started because ilifika point where bangi was doing nothing.
Ushazoea so hadi you get high.
Yeah, na ilifika point I think because of the depression it eventually evolve into paranoia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes with a lot of paranoia.
Yeah, not even just that, paranoia with anger. So I couldn't predict what I would do next because I was afraid of myself. So I started drinking. I decided I can tell you which alcohol is that, the price, and how many percent. Panza siku hizi nasikia kuna general markings, yani 50%. Guy, what are you drinking?
Hata si counting. General markings.
So I'm drinking. Remember that time I'm selling bangi. Ikafika point now I graduated from selling bangi to selling molly. For those who don't know, these are psychedelics.
There people sell molly in this country.
Musinishika. Niliacha. Nilichange. I'm a pastor now. Yeah, so yes. It's very much there. Actually, truth be told, Kenya in Africa is very diverse in terms of miadarati. You can find literally everything in Kenya.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I moved from, remember I started with shisha. Then I moved to bangi. Alcohol. Sasa nimeingia nini?
So molly unauza ama unatumia? Ama both?
Both. I'll tell you why. Molly ni kama tablet. Unaona? Hiyo tablet unauza 1500 moja. Na unanunua 300.
I'm in the wrong business. You're making a profit of over 500 shillings.
And I would have clients that would come like five people. One buys 10. remember where I am, location pia matters. Unajua niko kwa makul kid ya Masudanese, wazungu, kwanza Nigerians, Congolese, so they buy that stuff a lot. Hey brother, well, I'll be this one, can you give me one, give me one? So
Atakita kujua ni gani.
Ataki kujua, they buy a lot. So I'm making a lot of money. I'm using drugs. I'm depressed. I'm angry. I'm humanizing.
All this time your aunt is not realizing these behaviors.
Wapi? Well, ukiwa na pesa, you can hide anything. You understand? But of course she was suspecting. Yeah, because you know African aunties na CCTV, same what's up. So I'm over there doing the most. You know, that's now where the name Kanyari comes in. Because now Masako, who are also pedis, and who are like big people, I can't mention them, but those who are there, they know. Even they know me. That crew I was working with, they knew my background as being a preacher's kid. So wanajua, mtoto wa pastor anauza bangi. Ai ni Kanyari. Unaona?
Oh, no.
So now to the point where my customers used to come. Like, oh yeah, Kanyari. Do 310. You see, so it was quite interesting. So it went like that. Sleeping with women, drinking, smoking, to the point now I even stopped showering.
So unhygienic.
Yeah. Why are you judging me?
I'm not judging you. I'm just imagining if I don't shower for a day, I'll feel like my whole body is itching.
Okay, well, you know, for men,
it's a different story.
Any story, I'm a boy too. Sorry, guys. Okay. So now you can imagine I stopped smoking, but I'm still drinking heavy. Like, let me tell you something. From morning till night, tumekunywa, let's say that time it used to be Moonwalker. What's it? Ile Michael Jackson. There was an alcohol. Yeah,
Moonwalker?
Yeah, I think that one. And we were drinking a lot of stuff, mixtures. You're mixing gin with spirit with vodka, gin, spirit, vodka. Then pesa ikiisha, because we know tomorrow we still have business. Moratina usiku. So you wake up drunk, you sleep drunk. Monday to Monday, to the point where I missed classes.
So umeanza kumiss class?
I've started missing classes.
You're not showering?
Yes.
You're still supplying?
Yes.
And you're drinking?
Yes. And
nobody's realizing these behaviors?
I feel like they were realizing, but it was silence. You understand? So it continued. It continued. Now someone once told me, "Hey, when you don't smoke cigarettes, you see why you get tired? It's because you don't smoke cigarettes." So I added cigarettes to the combination.
So umeacha kusmoke shisha na bangi?
So smoke cigarettes.
So umeanza na cigarettes.
Yeah, even Mr. Producer Man wa isho anajua. Alishainikuta. Mr. Producer Man anajua. So it was quite something. Now smoking every day was a party. My house, you would come to my house, women. To the point where I even had a friend who was a DJ. Alikuwa anakuja na set ya DJ.
So umetoka kwa aunti yako umeanza kuishi peke yako?
Yeah, now I got a hostel for myself close to school. Because also how she believed that I needed to get a hostel. You understand? So of course now ukitoka hostel, now that's time for you to enjoy, to party, bed sitter. So I'm there in my bed sitter. Women, DJ.
Mlikuwa na personal DJ.
Yeah.
And hadi set yake hapo.
Yeah.
Ilikuwa na lapo.
And he's waking up, anakuja na mix too. So everyone was like, "Hey, hii keja gani?" And my other friend was a bigger plug. So he used to come na G-bag mzima. Alikuwa na table yake, set hapo. Zinakauka kama jaba. Afu namuona tu anasoma. So it was crazy. It was quite crazy. Now as this is happening, as I'm selling kwa ground, I start also networking because I'm a very social person. I start networking, of course unagonga na kizungu.
Yeah, so
they're like, okay. This guy sounds legit. So I met some people who got me into the business of also baking cookies and cakes. Yeah, because zinatoka green. Yeah, kama you good. Yeah. So I started, heavy. So every morning I would cook. I would wake up by 5, cook with a cigarette in my. The first thing hata si maombi, cigarette. And remember, I've come from a foundation where we wake up with prayer.
Yeah.
So I'm losing a touch of myself. So I'm cooking cookies, I'm baking, I'm buying alcohol. You come to my room, you will not miss a naked lady. You come to my house, it was like a strip club, you could call it. Or I don't know. It was too much. Now, in the process of also selling those cookies, nikapatana na msee. Sasa now this is where it became serious. Sasa ndo nikajua nimeanza ku rise in the ranks. From cookies, from bangi to molly, we went now to cocaine. So I remember I got that connect. Can't say much on that. It's a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But sasa nikaanza kuwa connected na some they're not even Kenyan. Yeah, so the main guys, they're like, hey, bro, I see the work that you're doing. You're doing a good job. Now, I want you to sell this, push this product for me. I'm like, okay, what's my commission? Sa, unaona ka nail, ka pinch, 10K. 10K. Imagine.
What was your commission?
Well, I can't say.
Okay,
but pesa ilikuwa. Remember, because I'm also pushing different products.
You're pushing your own product first of all.
Bangi, molly. Unaona, sasa unaongeza hii stuff. It was quite something. So now after that, I sat down with myself and started asking myself a lot of questions. A lot of serious questions. Where am I heading to? Because it reached to a point where I had a relapse. What do I mean? Kifafa. What do you say that in Swahili? Yeah, so I remember I had not slept for 3 days. I was just, in those 3 days, it's drinking.
Una drink asubuhi na mkona make.
Kuamka.
Una drink the whole night.
Where
you let yourself know unamka bake.
Like you're in a room like this, you're just drinking. Unaangalia, oh, ni asubuhi. More shots. Like that for 3 days. Na hujakula. Now that's how I had the relapse. I has to get to school. Like my friends are like, hey, bro. Hey, it's too much. So I went to the hospital. That's when now they started telling me my health is going down. You know what's funny? Those same guys came to visit me with a bottle.
Enablers. They're enabling you to continue.
Kunywa shot, indo dawa. And that's funny because hiyo ndo ilinipeleka OC. So I'm just over there like, okay, God. Now that's when now I started remembering who God is. Because in that bed is where I told God, guys. Sasa.
Ukiona kifo kwa macho.
Yeah. It was humbling.
So how many years now have you been in the country? Ndio umeanza saa. I think
this is my 8th year.
At this point, this is your 8th year in the country. So your time you nalala house, how many years had you been in the country?
So that was like 4 years ago.
4 years ago. So each time umelala house, has your aunt come to visit you? Have your parents contacted?
Oh, she was the first person to come visit me. Ulikunywa? That was her reaction. Hey. Wacha nipige bude yako. Papa Fiki. Kijana yenu ameharibika. So now that's when now I forgot to say that's when now I had issues now with my family members because now that situation is what made it now open. Victor is doing drugs. You understand? But you see, because I had this, my mom still had faith in me, but she was still doubting. Like, no, my son cannot do that. But the truth is,
denial.
My auntie was very much accurate. Yeah, there were times I would even go to her place. I am drunk. But maintain. So maintain. But the breath and everything. So it wasn't really good. So I'm smoking, I'm drinking, I'm selling hardcore drugs. And on top of that, now my family members were having arguments with them. So my dad flies to Kenya 1 year. He flies and he sees, because he's a spiritual man. He's a pastor. He just sees me, he disowned me. I don't think I can continue with your behavior. You know better. So from now on, don't identify yourself with me. Do you understand? I was like, I don't care.
So hii time umetoka hosi and you've gone back to the same behaviors.
Heavy. Actually,
So
worse
umerudi
now.
worse.
Worse now.
That's when your dad came and disowned you.
Yeah. Actually, to be honest, because we're here to shame the devil. In Kenyans, when they say body counts, they know nothing. Yeah, they know nothing. They know nothing. Yeah. When they talk about drugs, they know nothing.
They know nothing.
Nothing. That's how lost I was. Because I am not afraid to talk about it, because I know there's someone out there who's listening to me who's currently going through that.
Yeah.
Now, acha niwaambie, you can make it out of it. You understand? You can make it out of it. You're not a failure. You understand? Because in that situation, even as much as I was doing all those things, back in my mind, nilikuwa zile za Aki, God, I need you. Back in my mind, I was like, I need to change. My health peer. Actually, if you hear me sometimes, I cough because I'd even developed bronchitis. Because I would, because ironic, very ironic.
Very.
Because there was a point where it was serious. Because I would smoke like 2 packs
A day.
No, what is a day? What are you saying? What is she saying?
How many packs did you smoke a day?
It was heavy. 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 Now something happened in my life. Eventually, you see, in the back of my mind, I was, I was feeling like I need to get closer to God. I need to find myself. And God did the thing. Because wacha nikwambie ukweli, hiyo lifestyle ilifika point nilikuwa nalewa sana. I was almost raped by gay people. Yes,
in your own house?
No.
So
outside tu nikiwa ground. Yeah, so it's like ile drugs imeshika. You don't know who you are. So now, these guys, they're like, oh, okay, you're cute. Oh,
Like
look
a
at you.
baby face.
I was like, yeah, thanks, man. Yes, I'm supplying my things. Like, imeshika to the point where I can't even move. I'm just like, let me sit down. I'm seeing a man. I'm in oh my god! Like, oh my god! And then now I understand. That's why I really honestly understand ladies when they say rape cases. I really take it serious because men can be raped too.
Yeah,
and it's very serious.
But for you, it's called sodomy. Being sodomized.
Yeah.
It's still the same.
Yeah. Biblia like this. That's how you know your Bible. So it was quite interesting. Now that's what made me say enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I forgot to mention this part. Minus that as well, there was just many incidents. A time where I also slept outside. Yani niko na 6x6 at home, but because of my addiction, nalala nje. Like na masa it's like bro, unafanya nini? He's telling me that in Masai. What are you doing? Why are you not home? Because like, yani, I'm just outside in the kibanda where it's freezing, and saizo nimedunga suti. Like, you see the way I'm dressed.
You've always been on suit.
I've always loved suit, man.
So yote mwenye sherehe mwepiga suti hadi ukisupply unauza na suti.
And that's how I even locked in those type of clients.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's making sense.
Because you look serious.
Yeah. Because and then you add English on top of that. But like, okay, you're guy.
I come to serious.
Yeah. So even suspecting you would be very hard.
Yeah.
Now, after I've slept outside, almost got raped. I've been caught many times. Kasa police station. Kasa wendani sukari. They know.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I've been caught many times. Now all this, God used that opportunity to speak to me about it and started telling me, hey, my friend, do you remember I still exist in your life? And one day in my room, I just found myself crying.
So umefika point sasa hiyo the all the trauma is starting to come out.
It's coming out. Because to be honest, nobody was going to take me to rehab.
Yeah, because your family has disowned you.
Yeah. So I started crying, and that's when I found, I would say that's when God touched me. And I decided to cut off people the next day. Niko Yosayu. I'm like, what am I going to do that's going to change my life? I'm going to leave USIU. I'm going to leave everyone that I know.
So you're going to drop out of school?
No.
Mhm.
I'm going to relocate.
Mhm.
To which university? Mtoto yako akienda KU? Nimekataa. Haya.
Are you sure KU is not smart for us?
Now, I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
So I've tried to change my life because I'm trying to get away from selling all this. Because there was nowhere I would go, like, to Semeni Sherehe. In terms of alcohol, I didn't need to buy. I had friends, oh yeah, Kanyari, shika a shot. There was a time I even walked in. There's usually like a place there. I walked in because I know the Nigerians there and the menu. Oga, come here, come. Take this one. I'm like, what is it? Ananipea chupa mzima ya Hennessy. Tembea. I'm like, I'm loved. Like, yeah. Because apparently they liked the product that I shared with them. So they're like, take this, we appreciate you. Nigerians actually know how to appreciate people. I don't know why ladies like these guys. No Didi. Yeah, so now let's fast forward. I decided to even change my whole course because I'm doing international relations. But as I'm getting to find myself again, I get a premonition that I am in the wrong course. So that's when now I went to pursue film and theater in KU. So I moved into KU. Serious.
Sasa KU umeenda kuishi Kahawa ndani ama umeingia hostel za shule?
Bas, you said it well.
Kahawa ndani? Oh my God.
Bas. The jungles of Thika Road. Yeah. So I'm over there. Everything's well. Campus yangu ilikuwa Ruiru. I'm serious. You know, I don't want to joke with everyone because I know the lifestyle. I'm not new to university. Actually, Nikki joined. That's when watoto walikuwa na graduate from 2018 were joining. So I was like, oh, okay, these are kids. Let me just, yeah.
So this time when you're going to school, who is financing your education? This is how my change course.
So thank you for asking. Now, after I transformed, you know, mama, you have to, mothers will
always be mothers.
So I call my mom, she's like, mtoto wangu, ati umechange. It's okay, I'll finance. My dad was told this, he was like, no, I'm not doing nothing like that. So I moved to KU. She pays the whole fee. Enter. I'm doing well. Made friends with currently these people who trend, Akina Austin, Akina Wololo TV. I was walking with them. We were walking. We were laughing. And then what happened is I got a job, and we moved to a different location. Hapo ndo tulipatana na producer man.
So have you finished school it and umepata kazi?
No, I'm still working.
You're still working in school at the same time. But now you've moved from Kawendani.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved from Kawendani, made the big leap, moved to Murang'a.
So you're doing online classes at the time, Mama?
No.
Wait, unatoka Murang'a kila siku? That's like a 2-hour drive.
Trust you me, when you live there, it's easy. You like Siki too. Like weekends I would leave and come back. It wasn't bad. Okay. So that's where another character development happened. Now that's when I had a relapse. Nikarudi hiyo lifestyle nilikuwa.
So what pushed you to go to get a relapse?
So
because if I don't relapse, so I'm going to relapse. There has to be something that triggered you to get your relapse.
Yeah. So in the midst of all this, I'm also in a toxic relationship where the girl was violent.
So it times trust issues zimeisha.
Yeah,
my body count might decide I'm sticking with one chick.
I'm sticking one chick, but the stick that the chick I've stuck with is very violent.
You were dating a lady who's violent?
Well, a violent person doesn't paint a picture they're violent in the first few months. True. Until you start staying with them and until you start, you see a lot of things. Hata producer wenu ashaikuwa kicked out of my house. Yeah, anajua.
It seems like you and my producer should do a show together.
Yeah, it was quite something. I think enough was enough because also at the same time she was also cheating. Sorry to say.
You didn't know. So you've moved in with this chick.
Can we say that? We can just say something like that.
Kutembea.
Yeah, but hiyo kutembea was months.
So at the time anakuja Murang'a?
Yeah, she came one time to visit me and stayed there for like 2 months. Yeah, in the process, so I'm staying with her, and she Alipata ball.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Okay? Where I was working, they were not paying us. So it was stressful.
So ni kama volunteer work.
No, because tulikuwa na contract.
Wait, you have a contract and you're not getting paid?
Yeah.
How is that work?
That is why your producer said we have suffered with him. We have suffered.
So you guys are working together?
Yes.
Na mlipwi? How long was the contract for?
As long as you manage to stay there. Okay, so I moved to a new county. With this lady. I respect her because spoiler, she's the mother of my son. But the thing is, she's very violent. You're going to work early in the morning, 4 a.m. Huh? We're there with Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer, hii tabia yake ya kuingia kazi mapema, it's always been there. So he is at work at 4 a.m.
Very strict with time.
4 a.m. is at work.
Job.
I'm like, what's your problem? Get a life. Like, get a life, man. So it's like, Vicky, kache, bro. Now you're producing. Like, I'm good. Because he knows the struggles I'm going through. So we spend the whole day from let's say 5 a.m. hadi 7. Ndo narudi kwa nyumba. Sometimes tulikuwa tunarudi na producer. Namwambia, we, kuna haja upike, niko na mamako.
Kwa nyumba na mama amepika.
Ha! Fungua mlango hivi slippers.
Una welcome you kwa nyumba na flying slippers. Wait, okay, just a question to ladies. How is a man supposed to provide if he's not leaving the house?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because her in her mind, she's like, I'm in a new county. I have no friends. I'm like, why did you come then?
Sasa alikuja kutembelea boyfriend, sasa tunamtetea.
Okay. Luther, now producer is just there like, Vicky, should I go? Should I stay? Like, please don't go. She won't kill me.
Hamogopi mtauliwa nyinyi wawili.
No. So she's there. Now remember tulipwe. So the money I'd saved up is what we're using to eat. So she was not happy at some supplies were finishing. So ikafika point where now me na your producer tulikuwa tunaenda kwa boss in his office like the owner of the station. Mwambie, hey, it's like this. Imagine tutatoka huko tunalipwa 500 kila mtu a share.
I've had him give us place alikuwa analipwa 500 na alikuwa 6 months.
Ai, what an experience. Yeah, imagine. Na uko na mtu kwa nyumba.
Wait a minute, 500 mnapewa mgawane wawili?
Yeah, 250.
Per month, ama?
Mi hata ilikaa tu just per month.
So wait a minute, 250 ni rent utalipa, ni chakula utanunua.
Thank you.
Uko na mama kwa nyumba, which means she has her own needs.
Thank you. Now, here's the thing. All that is happening before we knew she was pregnant. Wacha sasa tujue.
So umejua ko pregnant within these 2 months amekaa kwako?
So unajua kijana alikuwa tu leo. Hey, yeah, so you can't play with Kanyari. You know, so so you know, I'm over there. I'm still seeking God's face. Yani bado na
unajaribu bado kuconnect na Mungu. Na umechana.
But the situations are too much. You're not being paid. Ilifika point na kumkaudem alifunga mlango yangu na padlock. Katoa kisu akasema, "Today is the day."
Mkiwa ndani ya hao?
Mngeniona kwa newspaper kijana. I'm like, okay.
Wait, this chick has left the house with you in it?
Yeah.
Na amechukua kisu?
She's inside with me.
How big is the house?
1 bedroom.
Ndio tunajifungia choo.
Yeah. You know.
And you wait for God's favor.
Yeah, it was quite dramatic. It was quite dramatic. Another time now, this is what happened. Because of the way she was stressing, I come from work exhausted because now every employee is now having issues with the boss. Like people are talking about taking him to court. People are talking about nini. So nimerudi kwa nyumba. All I just want is peace and quiet. Yeah. I'm sitting down, I'm just like, unasikia tu, unakaa tu hau. That's like, okay. I kept quiet. I went to the room. Hata ukienda nitakufuata. So I'm like, okay, sawa. So she came. In the process of making noise, akaanza kubleed. Ukumbuke sina pesa. Yeah? This is at night. midnight. We're in Moranga. Distance from my place to the hospital ni mbali. Ni mbali.